Niyama, your winner in this FMW Home Entertainment Series. Hope you're enjoying it. FMW is the world's innovators of hardcore wrestling. And speaking of hardcore, we're going to get real down and dirty, bloody, gory in this next matchup. It'll feature the highly scientific and powerful Masato Tanaka. He's going to go down Dead Man's Curve, facing that dead man, Mr. Pogo.
Well, Pogo is a dirty, dirty wrestler. Likes to use a sickle, he likes to use a baseball, likes to use the chain. Likes to use a chain. He will choke out an opponent. I tell you, I've got this chain right now because after we're done right here, I'm going to chain up my partner, John. We're going to tie him up with this stuff, and then I'm going to spank him until he bleeds like a little bitch.
Yeah, right. This is my broadcasting bitch right here. I think, to quote Aretha Franklin, right here we have a chain of fool. Right now, fool, let's go to the ring.
Tanakaの争う。てめえ、俺を挑発しやがって。そんなもんでな、俺がな、本当に燃えると思ってるんかよ。だったら今日の試合、面白いじゃねえか。もっと燃やしてみろよ。
My bad.
燃やすもんができたらな、俺は本当に喜んでやるよ。でも生半時かかってくんな。わざわざ俺様がな、横浜まで来て、てめえと試合してやるんだ。生半時かな考えてきやがってな。俺は本当にてめえぶっ殺してやるぞ。それだけだよ。分かったら出てけよな。
俺は温達師にはなれない。でも温達さん同様、お前を熱くすることはできない。今日は覚悟しとけやな。
Mr. Pogo is entering the arena like Tanaka, and Mr. Pogo is making no best effort to hide the presence of short. It should be clear to everyone here. Mr. Pogo is ready to fight and going to get dirty. Whoa! Apparently, Tanaka doesn't want to even give Mr. Pogo a chance to right in.
You got that right, Chad. Tanaka's on the attack to take this match to the fans.
This is FMW Hardcore Wrestling. I'm John Watson.
Eric Stanky Bookie Geller.
Right now, Tanaka's kicking booty right now. He's wearing that Nike shirt.
Didn't even have a chance to get out of his uniform. Mr. Pogo on the ground taking a little bit of a beating. You can see the face mask and the camouflage crowd. Mr. Pogo. Mr. Pogo retaliating on the chair.
Action always spills into the crowd with FMW Hardcore action. Whoa! Chair shot by Mr. Pogo onto Masato Tanaka.
This is nothing unusual for Mr. Pogo. Loves to use the chair. Loves to go outside in the arena.
That's right, because they always go all over the arena. There is never a bad seat in the house because they always go all over the ring for everyone to see.
Because the match is wherever the match is. That's how it is in FMW. It's a sign placard. Again, that is a perfectly legal move. The sign placard has been used in martial arts for the last 20 years now. Whatever is available to a weapon of destruction, that is legal.
Yes, we're in the era of 316. That's legal, as you say, perfectly legal, right?
Amen, bro. Amen.
Whoa, shut the head with this little fashion brawling. Tanaka head first to the wall.
These two men are no strangers. They've fought numerous times before. They do not like each other. They do not want to see the other person survive this match. They actually want to wound the other man and leave them in a permanent state of disfigurement.
That's right. I mean, this is not really a wrestling match. It's a matter of survival. Who will survive this match? Not win it, but survive it. Anything goes. But now, because Tanaka will take his seat in the audience. Oh, there he is. He gets up. He's going to head in and shots to the head. It's going to cause a lot of damage, when they enter the wrestler's old folks home here.
Maybe a little punch right. Well, he throws him right into the protected guardrail into the first row seat. Thankfully, a number of the spectators cleared out.
How curious they were.
That's the thing about FMW. Anything goes in this. And these wrestlers signed on to that. They know what they're getting. This is a true battle of the toughest men in the world.
Boot to the head.
Always effective.
Oh, shades of the fabulous Freebirds in Dallas, Texas. Old-fashioned cowboy boot to the head from Mr. Pogo. Headbutt by Mr. Pogo. I think this is why Mr. Pogo is in frontier martial arts wrestling because he can get away with anything. This guy is dangerous. He likes to use anything. I mean, weapons, you name it.
Well, his younger days, Parker used to be quite an acrobatic wrestler. But as you can see, he's thrown a lot of that out of the books for just sheer brute destruction. However he can get to a man, however he can hurt him. Pogo's trademark. Fire, nails.
Oh, Tanaka's bleeding. Oh, Tanaka's bleeding from the head.
Sort of a clothesline. Very unorthodox. Very strange, very.
Boots to take him to Masato. Look at Tanaka bleeding from the forehead. All those chair shots, the boot shots.
Again, Pogo likes to take this out. He can use any weapon out there. Anything to, again, a chair, a martial arts weapon. This dates back to the 6th dynasty, the Feng Shui dynasty in Japan. Use the chair. It actually was a wooden chair. The folding chair is something that's been sanctioned since 1933. That is in 33 they have used the metal chair as a martial arts weapon.
That is not true. Oh. You can hear that one. That dropped the arena. The fans just shrieking in horror.
Tanaka came out here, a ball of fire. It was certainly neutralized by Pogo. Again, look at it.
And this is hardcore wrestling, and it's most hardcore before any other wrestling promotion did it. FMW did it first. The world's leader, innovator, hardcore wrestling, drop kick.
Fair run by Tanaka.
The fans applaud. It's Tanaka because he becomes so resilient.
Very strategic fighter. He's on track. Well, he's going to give Pogo a little taste of his own medicine.
Drop kick, combination rolling, and technical wrestling from Masato Tanaka.
Again, you see Tanaka more often. He's a scientific wrestler, knows a lot more than a whole, but I think Pogo's taking him off of his game. He's clearly fighting Pogo's fight.
Nice DDT onto the mat. Tanaka. Bitch slap. Bitch slap.
It's more than I gave you this morning, isn't it, Jim? Usually wake up after the second.
Whoa! Nice comeback by Mr. Pogo with a nice super kick.
Well, Mr. Pogo is going to take a little visit. He's going to come. He's close to where we are right now. Let's see.
What is that he has?
A new bag of tricks, as it were?
Unintended. Oh no. This is so familiar to FMW fans.
Can you see the serrated edge on that blade?
Oh.
That's sick with a...
Wait! He just took the cork off the signal. He's ready to turn Tanaka into a bowl of weeds.
We've seen this with a patent move by Pogo. He takes the blade, drives it into the skull, and actually trying to pierce the skull into the gray matter, drawing blood at first that runs in the opponent's eyes, weakens and demoralizes, and actually blinds him momentarily.
See other wrestling matches that have been in hardcore, but you don't see anything like this in the world except in FMW.
Oh, I can see blood is pouring out of it. Open it up. Check the grip.
I'm not sure if Tanaka knows what he is. He's lost it. He's losing lots of blood. Then he goes with a chain. Oh no.
Oh, driving it.
The crowd is just in shock. You know, this may be the first match ever called due to a loss of blood on the neck.
He's got a taste of blood like I've got a taste of this. Waitress, can I get another double? Make it a single malt, please.
Come on. And jagged knife. I mean, like you said, Eric, anything goes in FMW wrestling.
He's like cutting them to just driving the blood. You can see that gap. He's opening up that gap.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Pogo is trying to send Tanaka to the airport.
The fans all know Mr. Pogo. If you know this, he was killed in a plane crash and brought back to life by fans. And in order to stay in our world, he has to pay back the afterlife with souls. Mr. Pogo what he wants is trying to give Tanaka. Trying to take that soul and give it to the afterlife. That's all I can say.
I mean, knowing this story, why would anybody get in the ring with Mr. Pogo? I mean, this guy is working for death.
I would not want to be Tanaka right now. And again, I want to point out to you, the blade official martial arts weapon. We'll see it at Aikido, we'll see it at Taekwondo, we'll see the chain used often, again and again, and that's why it was allowed at FMW. What Mr. Pogo is doing right now, again, perfectly legal move of wrapping the chain around his leg, using it however he makes use to disable his opponent.
Oh gosh, unbelievable. It's like Mr. Hogan's tying Tanaka up with his ball and chain. It's like he's the rodeo or something.
He is making Tanaka his bitch, and again, that is hopeful.
It's like you're seeing a cowboy, not like a calf or something with that chain.
He's got him down. 10-second deal, and this is not wrestling, my friends. This is FMW.
Oh, Tanaka shrieks out in pain, and the fans are just in shock. Mr. Pogo is hanging Tanaka out to dry. I mean, this match has turned into a bloodbath. I wish I could say I'm surprised by this, but as everyone knows, this is exactly the kind
What do you think FMW is, you moron?
Mr. Pogo.
God.
I am, however, always surprised at continued passivity in front of the referee. I mean, here we have a guy...
Joey Styles could do better commentary for this. Joe Dombrowski can do better commentary for this.
John, perfectly legal move. This is professional martial arts wrestling, and you know all too well martial arts.
Veda Scott can do better commentary than you two.
Years. These matches have deep-seated historical roots, and Mr. Pogo is a master using his weapons of choice.
Okay, Eric. Okay, well then, what about when they're in the audience and they hit each other with chairs? How can that be a legal move?
John, sometimes you think too one-dimensional, okay? Just because the metal folding chair, it hasn't been around or used as a weapon for the past 2,000 years, doesn't mean that it isn't as useful or as legal. The metal folding chair was admitted into the official rule book as accepted martial arts as a weapon in 1933. If you remember the last match between the great Yamagudo and his lifetime rival, Kazutsu, the one-legged wonder, I'm sure you do. Like today's match, much of it took place in the crowd. Chaos, true seesaw battle, but in the end, Yamaguchi ultimately won the match with a skull-thumping slam of the folding chair right on top of Kazuta's head. And the rest of the world fought. By disqualification. You know that story. But this is the match that really divided the people in Japan. The neighbors would turn against each other. Brothers wouldn't speak, or even quite a few protested. I remember my history correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. There was even a riot in a fishing village. But despite this, Yamaguchi fought, he established, and then won. He fought the law, and the law won.
What is this? What?
It's flash paper. What do you think it is?
This can't be. Oh, please. No.
Boy, you know when you play with matches, you know what happens. He just needs to work with pull it. See, knocked the snot out of him, but there was something else in there. I think Mr. Pogo has a love for flame. He's quite a flamer, if I might. Payback for Tanaka.
Thank God Tanaka did that. Thank God Tanaka saved us from a bad Gene Simmons impersonation.
Had a moment going there.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was talking about Yamaguchi in his classic fight, how he fought the establishment. Whoa! That was a baseball bat.
Barbed wire
baseball. I don't know if you knew this. It was aside from Yamaguchi was actually friends and aided by Albert Einstein. Yamaguchi argued that time is relative. Wasn't this so or his choice of weapons, aka the folding chair? He insisted that was once commonplace, like with nunchucks, throwing star. That's old school. So he argued that the new martial arts weapons that were constantly being invented, they needed to be recognized and accepted in the community. At the time, he said the folding chair will be the weapon of choice by wrestlers in the future. They said he was crazy, Johnny. But here we are nearly 3/4 of a century later, and his prediction came true. There's more wrestlers with the folding chair as a choice than anything else, and that is practically counted.
All right, whoa, look at that. Looks like a sleeper hold on Mr. Pogo.
Somebody must have done that.
Sleeper hold. Possibly into a hitting combination.
Tom's getting excited. They're calling out his name.
Start his channel.
Pogo's no favorite in this crowd. He's a dirty wrestler. Again, he fights by the rules, but he certainly skirts them as far as he can.
Yeah, according to the rules of FMW.
None doubt. Again, it wasn't
inside the ring. Tanaka sitting at the table.
Like the other seat there. Maybe he's gonna get my chiropractor. I think that.
I don't think so.
Maybe just wants to take some in here.
Well, he's in for a rude awakening in a few minutes. Tanaka goes to the top turnbuckle. Splash! Nice lifeline
Pogo's
splash.
rise to pain right now. I actually haven't seen Pogo this much pain in quite some time. I'm not sure if he's gonna have enough strength to finish this match. Tanaka took a heck of a hit, but he is revitalized. Looks like he's gonna create something to get a little more pain.
Like a bit of handyman conditions.
Well, I think he has a background in carpentry. Oh, well, that's where he's going with that. The jagged edge of that splintered off piece of wood.
Nothing scientific about this.
That's unfortunate because Tanaka is a fabulously gifted wrestler. And he's stooped to the level of Mr. Pogo.
Once again, it's not that he's not trying to win this match, he's trying to survive.
Tanaka, you might have thought so. I think, again, these two men are out to hurt each other. It might have been a civil match before it has turned gruesomely. Back and forth action, back and forth. You think one is down, the other one comes back. Look at the blood.
It's like one is down and one like comes back from the dead, like Mr. Pogo actually has.
I get creepy when I even think about this.
Masato Tanaka, very familiar to US fans. Masato Tanaka, I shut the head there. He's proven himself in the US for the wrestling office in Philadelphia, where they do hardcore style, but this is even more hardcore, more extreme, beyond the limits.
FMW. FMW. I don't think it's anywhere else.
No. Whoa.
That table's been a good use of it.
Fans just
Alright, that could be.
fans roaring their approval. They like what they're seeing. They like what Tanaka's doing to the dreaded evil Mr. Pogo.
Like forearm smash in the face, gets a little momentum on the ropes.
Like splash on the ropes on Mr. Pogo. Clothesline. DDT. DDT.
John, man, it's so surprising that fans this year is back in the park. Talk about it. But,
Professor, I don't know. We have conservation.
well, I mean, I just want to say, back on the Rocket, we did a little wrestling there, and then that's when I started my wrestling announcing career. There's a move that we call the missionary move.
It differs slightly from the conventional missionary position because of equipment. That's not just.
Okay, well, I just want to. All right, we're going to save this for afterwards. I'm going to get a little seminar.
Oh, I can hardly wait. Oh, intimate. Look at that crimson mask. Blood just pouring in the face of Masato Tanaka.
I wanted to give you a color. He certainly got it.
Looks like he's taking up for a pile driver. Pile driver. Onto a metallic object. 1, 2. I mean, what a miracle is that? Fans applaud. I mean, very hard on the head and neck. I mean, a pile driver onto a chair.
Pogo wins the take him out there. Pogo is, well, there he goes. He brings out his big piece of lumber. Oh, look at that. Have a seat. He's tempting it. He's toying with it right now. Oh, I got a feeling somebody's going to land there.
He's got a whole run.
We've got to get some dirt back there.
Miracle.
He almost didn't break free. He was almost, he caught his own feet in the rope.
I don't believe it. Tanaka survived it. How did he survive all this punishment from the evil Mr. Pogo? He just loves to torture his opponents.
Brutal, brutal man. He's going to throw back on his Pogo stick again.
I hope Tanaka sticks it to Pogo.
Test of will's reversal.
Whoa! And Pogo gets a taste of his own medicine onto that friend of his, you could say, the barbed wire baseball.
Barbed wire. That is military grade barbed wire.
Thank you.
One run's going to score on that one, and here comes the second run.
Tanaka's hitting so many strikes where he's simply out.
Oh, pile driver right onto the barbed wire. Look at the blood covered on it. The man is dazed and confused. I think that's going to be an easy count this down. You know, he kicks out, he threw him right to Mr. Pogo right onto the barbed wire.
Eric, I don't believe it. Tanaka has taken so many strikes to the head and body, I thought he would soon be out. But so far, he's still safe, as they say.
Can't see to be able to put on the finishing touches. Endurance.
This has got to be frustrating for Mr. Pogo. I thought this match he probably thought this match would get over with.
I'm going to implore the referee to call this match. You know what? I'm surprised every time I think it's over, Tanaka has it last. And we haven't seen the patent in Tanaka last. He hasn't had a chance for it yet.
Well, I mean, it's so surprising. You get away with so much in this FMW wrestling action. The referee is very lenient, but then again, the participants, when they come to FMW, when they sign their names on the dotted line on the contracts, they know what they're getting into, and they got to be crazy. Here comes that chain. Another favorite weapon of Mr. Pogo.
Chain of fools. Chain of fools right here. But I think he's going to go for the strike ball right here. Wrap it around twice. Wrap it around 3 times and you're done.
Yeah,
Suck the life out of him.
there it is, that chain of fools. You got to be a fool to get into the ring with Mr. Pogo.
That's not just a chain reaction. I've seen him do this before. Look at the leverage he's getting. He's paining the man by his very own weight. As he pulls the chain, he gets more leverage, pushing out.
All we see is
Cool. Again, I might point out a perfectly
that's
legal
it.
move.
Referee calls for the bell. That's it. That's it. He's done. That's done.
Let's get the paramedics. I'm going to call for I see there's a gentleman over here. I'm going to need some help over here.
There he is, your winner. In his own kind of match, Mr. Pogo. This is FMW Hardcore Wrestling.
Wait, it looks like I hope we can stop this. Please not get Mr. Pogo. The match is over. The match is over. Pogo.
Now he's just gloating over his victory.
Thank you. Get one of the photos.
Please, somebody get this man out of here.
Got me another night of excitement, man. I can't barely take it.
Only the way FMW is that. Masato Tanaka. Completely. So this man needs help. I can't believe.
I can't believe we called the paramedics 20 minutes ago. They should have done. Coming to